Hello and welcome to Council Action. I'm Russell Inman, and joining us tonight for the first time is one of our new council members. This is Gerard Henke with Ward 6. Pleasure to have you as a part of the council. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And Gerard, I hope we can use a lot of this time because we really had a light meeting to learn a little bit about you and your background. Just real quick, tell me why you decided to run.
Well, my family's lived in Florissant for generations. In fact, to this day, I have two brothers and a sister, and all four of us still actually live in Ward 6. We've been here for 4 generations right here in Florissant. I've always been actively involved. I was a letter carrier, and I carried mail here in Florissant for over 37 years, and a majority of that time was here in this area. Okay. So I know the area well. I know the people well. I grew up here. It was a wonderful place to grow up, and I just wanted to be a little involved. I've since retired from the Postal Service and the union. I did a lot of work for our union, and it just seemed like a natural fit for me.
Now, you've been on the council now since April?
The end of April, yes.
And we were talking a little bit before the show. You actually had your name on the ballot a time ago.
Yes, actually the time before this, the council term before this for Ward 6, I actually went out on that first Tuesday. Timing is everything, they say, right? I went out on that first Tuesday, got my signatures. I was going to be the first one on the ballot. Well, that was Tuesday, the first Tuesday in January. That Thursday, our national president of our union, which is the National Association of Letter Carriers, called me to come to work in Washington, D.C. in our contract administration unit up there on the 6th floor of our union. And it's an offer you don't say no to. So I actually had to go to St. Louis County Council. It cost me just shy of St. Louis County Courts. It cost me just shy of $100 to get my name taken off the ballot last time to not run.
Do all that work to get in there to make sure you're top of the ballot.
Right.
And then timing's everything, like you said.
Right.
And lo and behold, you have to pull yourself off. Well, welcome to the council and making it this time. Has it been an experience already in the last few months?
It has. It has. You see, there's so many varying points of view, and different people have different agendas pulling in different directions. I think our job as the council, even if we don't agree, is, I said this while I was campaigning, we don't have to agree, but we have to get things done. That's our job as council people here. If we disagree on things, we each have our viewpoint, and I think you see that from the people that speak, the public speakers. I said at the last council meeting, the one before last, just because we disagree doesn't mean that I am wrong or doesn't mean that you are wrong. We just have varying opinions, and at the end of the day, we need to get things done, so sometimes we have to figure out how to meld those opinions to accomplish the goal of moving the city forward.
Well, do you have some ideas of things that you'd like to see done, things you'd like to get done in the city of Florissant?
Yeah, actually, especially in my ward, like I said, I grew up here in Old Town, and the ward encompasses more than just Old Town, but Old Town has a very special place growing up here. And there was always such a sense of community and friends and neighbors. You didn't worry about so much getting in trouble from your parents as much as other parents knew what you were doing too. It was a sense of community, and believe me, I knew about getting in trouble. But I would like to see that. I'd like to see more sense of involvement. In fact, I've had some bags made up. They're called Ward 6 volunteer bags, where they're cloth bags, like the grocery style bags, where I like to see people going around, and I hand them out. I want to get kind of an email list going back and forth, let people know what's going on. If you're out walking your dog and you see some trash, pick some trash up. Say hi to your neighbors. I'd like to get a little bit more of the block party kind of atmosphere where we all know that we're neighbors again. Everybody sits and looks in their computer. Let's talk to our neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah, the old days before air conditioning, we have to sit on your porch to stay cool.
Right.
And you sit out there, you're going to turn your
We
head.
should have all been crabby then.
Well, that's good. Thanks for giving the city a little kind of snapshot of who you are, where you're from, and what you'd like to get done. Well, we'll talk about the meeting now. It's our typical meeting. It starts off with a Pledge of Allegiance.
Right.
We had hearing from citizens. This was a time where the public came up, made some comments to the city council. You're welcome to come up next time the city has a meeting and share your viewpoint on what the city is doing right, or what you'd like to see them continue to do or change the way they're doing.
And I think there was something that needed to be clarified, that there was a little bit of give and take tonight on the citizens' comments, that it never was intended to be a question back and forth, a debate. That's not the forum for a debate like that. And I hope it doesn't seem too rude or impolite to people or disrespectful, but the system is set up like that for a reason. It's not just here to have a debate, because sometimes we have such differing views on some of the things, like some of tonight's issues. They don't agree on a national level. We are not going to solve this at a city council meeting.
That broke us off into public hearings. There was one public hearing tonight. This was a request for a special use permit for Fat Boys Barbecue. It allows for an operation of a carry-out restaurant located at 300 St. Ferdinand. This was an old produce stand. And
Used to be Goki's.
I think it was a fish market after that.
Yeah, it was right down. In fact, it's years and years and years ago. It started out as a A-frame building. It was some kind of a ice cream shop. It had a name, Swiss Chalet or something. But anyway, years ago we were kids. But it was Goki's Produce, and you know where Goki's is now moved.
Yes.
Actually in my ward, because the dividing line is Washington Street right there. So I'm kind of looking forward to this to come in. It'd be a good spot for a place like this, and you know, good productive. I see a good productive restaurant going there's tons better than a vacant building. So get something going.
Well, the council asked a few questions about his smokers, and I think the concern over would there be fire started, where's this wood or is coal going to be stored? But I like the very last question. They asked him for a secret recipe.
Yeah.
He wouldn't divulge. I can't believe
No, well, we have to work on them.
Okay, that took us into old business, and there was none. There was no business for second readings. Went into board appointments. Then we had one request, and this was for a full package liquor license for the CVS that's coming.
Right, and that for the CVS, it's without saying, I hate to use the term no-brainer, it's a CVS pharmacy going in. You know they're going to have a full liquor license down there. It's the parliamentary, it's a procedure that just had to be done.
Well, we've seen that CVS really start to take shape in the last few weeks.
Yes, it's
moving.
going
Up quick.
Yeah. Once all the hurdles are crossed, then it's let's go.
Yes. There was a resolution urging state senators and state representatives to sustain gubernatorial vetoes of Senate bills.
What that
I always
is,
have trouble with that word.
Yeah. We need to call it a different word than gubernatorial, right? What that is, we have, like Tim Green, lobbyist, tells us bills have come forward. These are all bills that have been vetoed, and we're trying to avoid overturning the governor's veto. These are some sales tax exemptions. A lot of these are, and they directly deal with revenues with the city of Florissant. Some of them would be very crippling to the revenues that we bring in and operate as a city for these to pass. Now, bear in mind, they've been vetoed. We're just trying to send a resolution to all of our people to support, to not overturn the governor's veto, is what those boil down to.
Then there was one bill for first reading tonight. It went with one reading. It was the ordinance for the special use permit for Fat Boys Barbecue. So we'll see that come up probably the next meeting for a couple more votes.
I think it should probably move forward.
Open the doors.
Yeah. And I thought it was interesting too. The question was asked. There's no liquor going to be there. It's going to be a carry-out restaurant. I think it's a good fit. It's a good fit for that part of Florissant.
That was it. What a meeting.
Yeah.
The council announcements. This is always a good chance that the council kind of comes together and talks about the different things that are going on in the community. You mentioned at the beginning of this program how you want to see Florissant be more communitized.
Right.
So what are some of the things that we've got going on in the city of Florissant right now?
Well, I jotted down a few things. This Saturday night at St. Ferdinand, we got the Smash Band, which is always popular. The Smash Band's down there. That's in the concert series in the park. Wednesday the 27th is the Wednesday night out, and it's be down there at St. Francis, down by Bunker's Tavern and Stem's Florist down there. And also at 6 o'clock, there's going to be a dedication for Don Bond, a plaque on Florissant's Walk of Fame that's going to be right there in front of that Stem's Florist, which is Jackie's Pagano's dad. So it's a good thing. You heard the mayor say it's September 2nd at 6:30 p.m. They're going to do another Dick Weber plaque on the Walk of Fame, I guess, if you will, in Florissant. And that's going to be in front of 801 St. Francis. The food trucks are coming. It's very popular. Everybody likes the food trucks. They're coming on August the 22nd. That's a Wednesday night. The food trucks will be down at the Knights of Columbus, down at the bottom of St. Francis Street in Ward 6 at 5 o'clock.
Good.
So.
Well, you pretty much have everything coming to Ward 6 for you right now, don't you?
Yeah. Life is good, right?
Life is good. Anything else going on in your ward that you'd like to mention? Any board meetings coming up that you have planned?
No, I don't have anything planned right now. Like I said, I would like to promote, and it's just I've got to get out there and do it. I would like to promote a few more block parties, the neighbor interactions on that. And by the way, on that, my phone number is 831-1180. Please call me. You can email me, but I prefer a phone call. I prefer one-on-one time where we sit down and talk. I'm real responsive. You call me, and it's a good chance I'll stop by your house that same day. Okay, but I like that interaction, so I can talk to people, know what we're doing, respond, and try to be responsive. Once again, I'm not going to say we're always going to agree, and there may be reasons why things don't happen the way that everybody wants them, but they happen that way for a reason.
Well, Gerard, thanks for joining us for this segment of Council Action. We appreciate all your input into the meeting, and we appreciate your new dedication to the City Council.
Yeah. Talk to me in a year. Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching. I'm Russell Inman. This has been Council Action. We'll see you next time.